Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be going over the underground world of free-to-play Ironman, or even free-to-play regular accounts. Something I found the other day is a very well-developed website called F2P.wiki. Now basically it's a rather small community of players that are trying to max free-to-play Ironman, free-to-play regular accounts, or hardcore Ironman, or even ultimate Ironman. Now, this website is geared towards hardcore players or players that are serious about maxing a free-to-play account. The amount of hours it takes to max even a regular free-to-play account is enormous, but then you take into account how long it takes to max a Ironman account or even a Ultimate Ironman. It just boggles the mind. So to start off here, I'm not sponsored at all to say this, I just found it on Reddit the other day and I thought I'd make an interesting video because I don't think a lot of people know that there's actually a very interesting community. Now most of these players are playing free-to-play by choice. I'm sure they could play members accounts, but there is something kind of appealing to the free-to-play gameplay. There's less options, so you can kind of develop your own meta. There's so many interesting training methods because there's so few that the players here have found complete perfect optimizations for all of these methods, things you'd never even think about, and it's really just a challenging and very competitive game mode over the membership game. Now to start off here on the main page, there is the free-to-play high scores. Now you might notice, unlike the regular high scores, this is ranked by your EHP, which is your efficient hours played. The reason it's done this way is because the experience that you can gain on each account type varies so much that it wouldn't really be fair to compare the max amount of experience on each account. Like if we compare the possible rune crafting experience per hour between a regular free-to-play account and a Ultimate Ironman, it goes from like 26k an hour to like 4k an hour. So let's say this top guy here, Netbook Pro, might have 1 million runecrafting XP, and this guy down here, the Ultimate Ironman, might have 500,000 runecrafting XP, while this guy has more experience. This guy's put way more hours into achieving the amount, so he's going to be ranked higher. And I think this is a really interesting way to actually rank. I'm not sure how they are determining this. I'm not sure if it's pulled from Crystal Math Lab, or if it's just a small enough community that they can keep tabs on everyone. I'm not really sure. Now, the next interesting challenge for having a competitive free-to-play scene is keeping away cheaters, because what I mean by that is players could have a member account, level up free-to-play skills using membership-only methods, and then downgrade to free-to-play. Now, what's kind of fun is they have a Hall of Shame here. So these are all confirmed fake free-to-play players. I'm not sure exactly how they determine it. It must just be on a case-by-case basis. Of course, if your account has any experience in a member skill, that's a dead giveaway, but for anyone else, I'm sure it's just maybe if they stream or they make a post and somehow it gets revealed that they at one point had membership on their account, because it really devalues everyone else's achievement if some people are cheating and using membership to get much higher experience rates over what's actually possible. Next up here we have a really interesting page on EHP for all the different free-to-play account types. Again, EHP is the highest reasonable experience that you can get per hour for the level that you're at too. So you can see here for the combat skills, when at level 1 you can get about 5300 XP per hour, all the way up to 13 million it would give you about 53. It's a little bit less for Hardcore Ironman, but this one's pretty comparable. Prayer you can get about 43k per hour, and is a little bit less for Hardcore Ironman. One thing I have a question about, and maybe if someone from the community is watching this video, is this just an error, or is there actually something that 150 million experience that will give you a little bit of an edge, or is that just straight up practice that gives you better experience per hour? I'm not sure. For each account there is an EHP given, and another thing I find extremely interesting is they actually list all the methods at the bottom. So for regular free-to-play accounts, it's just prey flicking at the giant spiders. Now the reason it's different for Ironman is because you rely on different drops for completing other EHP methods, whereas on a regular account you can just save up money and buy the items from somewhere, or you can transfer over gold and buy all the items you need to train your other skills. So all the combat methods are pretty much the same, so I'm going to go over the rest of them here, and I'll focus more on Ironman because it's a little more interesting. EHP for prayer is the boneyard method. In the wilderness there is a boneyard where there's a bunch of big bones on the ground as well as regular bones, so your XP is going to come from doing that method as well as burying every single ogress bone that you're going to get. EHP for magic is curse splashing, and then using zero time, teleports, super high alch, and other skills you can do while you're training your combats or other skills. Fishing and cooking you're going to do at the same time. It's pretty much just trout and salmon, pretty basic. Fire making and wood cutting, same thing. And at the bottom here we have rune crafting, which is essence mine to earth rune with rock telly, and zero time crafting guild air. Honestly, I'm not even sure what 100% of this means. It sounds pretty complicated to me. So I'd like to point out now that the website is very nicely designed. It's following the same theme to the actual old school RuneScape website, which I kind of like. So next up here, there's some really good guides in text form on the efficient way to max a free-to-play Ironman. Now I'm not going to go over all of it, but I have read all of it, just so you know. For one, there's a maxing order here, which you're going to start off by questing. Then you're going to train your crafting up. And there's just a very efficient way to do this. So like Mage Ankus to 37 Magic, then you're going to train your crafting from 40 to 50, train Magic from 37 to 49. It gives you the method. All of these things are done at a very specific time in a specific order to help make other methods more efficient and make sure you're doing this in a very cohesive manner. So for those of you who maybe watched Autumn Elegy's free-to-play Ironman, you might have watched he killed a shitload of Ankus to get all the items for other skills, all the runes and arrows and stuff like that. Now that is completely obsolete. The new meta is killing the new ogresses, which came out with the Corsair Curse questline, the most new free-to-play content in quite a while. So I've never killed these things before, but they actually dropped some very good items for free-to-play, including quite a lot of rune drops. They have the Rune Medhelm, the Rune Full Helm, and the Rune Battle Axe as a rare drop. So it's great for alchables and getting cash, as well as they drop tons of arrows and big bones for prayer, and all the runes that you're going to need. So really they are just absolutely the best monster you want to kill in free-to-play now, whether you're ranging or training your combat skills or even magic, I think. So the new meta for combat skills for Ironman is 1 to 20 at Minotaurs, 20 to 40 at Hill Giants, 40 to 50 at Moth Giants, and 50 to 99 at Ogresses. Like I said, there's so many interesting kind of meta methods in here that you would never think of. One interesting one is reliant on you not finishing Rune Mysteries, because if you haven't completed Rune Mysteries, you can get an infinite amount of talismans before you complete the quest. By getting these talismans, you can actually get the highest runecrafting experience as a free-to-play Ironman possible. Now the drawback here is Duke won't actually give you a new talisman if you currently have any in the bank, so what you have to do is withdraw all of the talismans you have noted into your inventory, talk to him, get a talisman, drop it, repeat that until there's 26 talismans on the floor, pick them all up, bank them, and then re-withdraw them noted so you continue on the method. If you're doing it efficiently, you can get about 500 air talismans per hour. So that's great, but then you might be thinking, how do I train my runecrafting? Well, it doesn't seem like you can until you've banked all of the talismans that you need, and then you complete Rune Mysteries, and then you can get runecrafting experience. Like, this is some hardcore shit right here. So I'm going to go over one more interesting kind of method here, then I'll move on. I would recommend reading the whole article, even if you are not planning on making a free-to-play Ironman. It's just really interesting to read all this. So efficient Moss Giants. So Crandor, one of the best spots to kill Moss Giants because it's less populated, has 3 spawns. So what you're going to do is you're going to kill them until you run out of food, then minigame teleport to Clan Roars. You're going to heal your health and prayer, bank the loot, withdraw a strength potion and some logs. Now you take the Shanty Pass transport. If you don't know, you can talk to someone in Alcarid who will send you to the Port Sarim jail. From there you escape, you buy a lobster pot, take the boat to Karamja, go up, buy a tinderbox, go up to the free-to-play fishing spot where you can get the lobsters at, fish a full inventory, cook a full inventory, and then run back to Crandor. Anyway guys, that's kind of a quick overview. I know I didn't go into depth on too much of this stuff, but there is so much information. I would just recommend going and checking it out yourself. I'm going to leave a link in the description to all the pages I went to, as well as a couple YouTube channels for people who are attempting to max free-to-play Ironman. And there's some good content if you are more interested in this. I personally am going to be interested in watching more so than playing, because it's an insane achievement. I don't think I have the resolve to do it, but I'm really glad other people do. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave it a like. I always appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video.